Hello, my name is Jacob Foster, and I will be presenting the three zones of temperature regulation in endotherms and homeotherms. The first zone I would like to review is Zone 1, also known as the zone of chemical regulation, which is the point at which your body is no longer capable of increasing insulation to stay warm. Instead, it has to rely on other methods to produce heat, such as increasing your metabolic rate, which will require more energy. The most common way that your body increases its metabolic rate in the cold is by shivering. Typically, in order for your body to be in this zone, the temperature has to be below 27 degrees Celsius. In this zone, your body's thermal conductance is at its lowest. Next up, we have Zone 2, also known as the zone of physical regulation or the thermoneutral zone. In this zone, your body is able to keep a constant metabolic rate while the air temperature changes. The typical temperature range that your body has to be at in order to be in this zone is between 27 and 35 degrees Celsius. Instead of relying on metabolic rate to maintain temperature, your body will actually change its conduction rate. It achieves this by altering your insulation layer. For example, when you get too cold, your body erects hairs, and you can actually help it by putting on layers of clothing to stay warm. When you get too hot, you are also capable of cooling down by the way you circulate your blood or taking off layers of clothing. The final zone I would like to talk about is also known as Zone 3, or the zone of evaporative cooling. Your body reaches this zone typically when the temperature has surpassed 35 degrees Celsius and you are no longer capable of lowering your body's temperature without changing its metabolic rate. Your body's response to the zone of evaporative cooling is to begin sweating in order to try and cool down. This works most of the time, however, depending on how high humidity is, it can sometimes be ineffectual, which could lead to a positive feedback loop and eventually cause a stroke or a death.